Hello, everybody. Greetings from Miami. My name is Aman Chauhan. I'm a medical oncologist and I'm a neuroendocrine tumor specialist. Today, we will be discussing a very interesting study called DAREON9. Before we get into the DAREON9, let me prime the audience with what is this trial or the class of drug that this trial would be testing. And it is testing a very promising drug in the field for high-grade neuroendocrine cancer, especially small cell lung cancer and other poorly differentiated neuroendocrine cancer, and it's called DLL3 BiTE antibody. So there was a sister study called DAREON5, which is currently open and accruing, but has already treated several patients. And some of the early data from that study, the DAREON5, which tested that drug, is already available in public domain. And I like to show you some of that data before we go into the actual DAREON9 study. So what is this DLL3 BiTE drug? So these high-grade neuroendocrine cancers, this like small cell lung cancers and large cell neuroendocrine cancer or poorly differentiated neuroendocrine cancers, they tend to express a protein called DLL3 on the cancer cell. So you can see the pink color cancer cell with the DLL3 protein. Now, if you have a drug that latches onto DLL3 and is able to, again, latch onto immune cell and bring them closer, that's the whole concept of the BiTE antibody. So BiTE stands for bispecific T-cell engager. So it has two arms, as you can see on the screen, two arms. One of the arm attaches to the DLL3, which is present on the cancer cell, and the other arm attaches on the CD3 positive T cells, which are your own immune cells. So it is an immunotherapy. It helps your own immune system fight against the cancer by bringing your immune cell closer to the cancer cells. And that's the concept of DLL3 BiTE. Now, why is the field very excited about DLL3 BiTE targeting? First of all, there is now already an FDA-approved DLL3 BiTE antibody drug called tarlatamab by Amgen, which is FDA approved for treatment of advanced progressive small cell lung cancer. So we know the data looks very promising for this class of drug for small cell lung cancer. But let's go over some of the data from the DAREON5 study, where they tested this drug in all neuroendocrine cancers, the poorly differentiated neuroendocrine cancers, small cell, large cells, lung, outside lung. And they, first of all, they were able to find that this drug is well tolerated. This type of drug is associated with unique type of autoimmune side effects called CRS or cytokine release syndrome, where patient after the infusion will get some fever and chills. But those were the only major side effects they saw, and they dissipate with subsequent doses in our experience. Some patient also would have a dysgeusia, some fatigue, but overall the drug was well tolerated, and the trial is currently enrolling. Dr. Vermicke presented these data last year at ASCO and other major meetings. Here, what you see is the waterfall plot. A lot of patients who received this class of drug by itself showed significant activity. Traditionally, when we treat high-grade, poorly differentiated neuroendocrine cancer, the response rates are about 10%. That means majority of patients will not really benefit from third, fourth, fifth line of treatment, and very few patients will show disease shrinkage or stability. However, this study showed a lot of patients had shrinkage, and the bars that you see hanging down, those are all the patients with the disease shrinkage who got this drug, and several had stable disease. So this is very promising, especially in a disease type with very few good treatment options. Not only this treatment worked in a lot of patients, but it's the durability of response, that how long was the treatment working for. As you can see, the patients at the time when the data was presented, the bars with the arrows, these are the patients who continued to benefit. and these are going for several months, some of them 7 months, 8 months, and some of them almost 14 to 15 months, who had seen benefit from this class of drug. So this is the promise of DLL3 BiTE antibody. And this is where the DAREON9 comes in. So DAREON5 is an international study active at various sites in Europe and US. We have it at University of Miami as well. And that was testing this class of drug in all neuroendocrine cancer. DAREON9 study, the one which we'll kind of focus on for today's talk, is focused on small cell lung cancer. Small cell lung cancer is a unique entity in itself because about 13 to 15% of all lung cancers are small cell lung cancer. So it's a big patient population, and it's a unique pathophysiology, and very aggressive cancer, and is in a dire need for a breakthrough and having good treatment. We already know that DLL3 BiTE antibody, that class of drugs, seems very promising. So DAREON9 study is trying to combine and build on the success of DLL3 BiTE antibody targeting and add it to the chemotherapy. Currently, the standard of care, second, third line chemotherapy is Topotecan. This is FDA approved for small cell lung cancer patients who have progressed on frontline treatment with platinum-based chemotherapy. So this particular study is going to allow patients who have progressed on previous platinum-based chemotherapy to not only get topotecan plus maybe perhaps reap advantages of DLL3 BiTE testing. It is, however, a phase 1 study. So we are looking at combination. Is it safe? Can it be combined safely? Do we need to do dose modifications? So this study is going to help us figure out what is that safe dose, and then subsequent studies will help us find out if we are adding to the benefit of topotecan and by how much. It is a multi-center study currently opened in Europe, but I'm happy to announce that University of Miami is probably the first US site which has activated the study, and several more will follow. So patients who might benefit from this study or would like to be considered, please reach out to us. Below, you will find a link to clinicaltrials.gov. Again, thank you, LACNETS, for allowing us to highlight this study. It's a very important study for this rare but very aggressive cancer. And I wish the study team and the patients all the best. Hopefully, this study is a success and we can really improve the outcomes for small cell lung cancer patients in the years to come. Thank you so much.